My name is Glen Brooks. For nearly 40 years, I've been invested in the commercial fishing industry in the Gulf of Mexico, one of the most well-regulated and managed fisheries in the world, but not without its challenges. I started as a fisherman working on the back deck of a fishing boat as a deckhand. Today, I'm the owner of Brooks Dockside Seafood and family-owned boutique fishery located on the Withlacoochee River in Inglis, Florida. We operate 6 to 10 boats, catch 300,000 to 400,000 pounds of fish yearly, primarily grouper and snapper. We supply boat to plate in our retail markets, local restaurants, and distributors nationwide. Local commercial fishing is an essential industry for our nation. Much like farming, we provide a variety of nutritious, high-protein foods for the USA. Americans consume so much seafood that the USA fleets cannot keep up with demand, which opens the door to foreign countries' farm-raised imports that are not up to USA standards but still end up on the market. Those seafood products can contain lots of antibiotics and unknown chemicals. Any fishery can easily become overfished, and when that happens, everyone suffers the consequences. It can take years or even decades to rebuild. That's why we feel it's critical that we work together to ensure and grow healthy, sustainable fisheries for the future to come. That's why we work hand in hand with our scientists, fishery managers, and law enforcement. We carry on board federally employed observers, which are assigned to randomly picked vessels. Observers observe our fishing practices and effort. They collect samples from fish and the weights and length of discarded fish. We fill out discard reports for any fish caught that has to be returned to the ocean for size and/or other regulations, or sometimes just no marketable value. But every fish gets counted, whether it is kept or discarded. Over the years, we have done numerous cooperative research projects with the various science centers around the Gulf. The longest running project to date is a camera system on a few select boats around the Gulf. We partnered with Mote Marine Laboratories with this project over 8 years ago, and it is ongoing today. There are several cameras strategically placed on the vessel to capture fish being brought up, fish being measured, and discards going back over. On each fishing trip, before we come to the dock, we give law enforcement, the Florida Fish and Wildlife, at least 3 hours notice that our vessel will be landing and an estimate of the fish we have on board. Our boats can only land at National Marine Fisheries pre-approved landing sites. This gives our law enforcement partners time to plan to be at our unloads to observe our catch as it's being unloaded. It also gives our port sampler time to schedule their time. Port samplers come and collect data from a portion of the fish as they're being offloaded. They will collect individual fish weights and measurements along with ear bones to age a fish, much like aging a tree by the rings inside. We also have vessel monitoring systems on our vessels so that law enforcement can track and monitor our fishing activities and ensure no one is fishing in the designated closed areas. We have areas closed year-round for habitat where no fishing occurs, as well as areas closed off to certain gear types and areas that are closed seasonally for spawning. In addition to our 3-hour notice after the fish are unloaded and weighed, we immediately report our entire catch to National Marine Fisheries Service before any fish leave the dock. We then report our catch to the State Fisheries Agency, FWC in Florida, along with catch effort, water depth, days at sea, and area fished. Then our captain does a logbook report to the Southeast Science Center with fish landed and fishing effort. All this information helps our scientists determine how well the fishery is doing, and they will set our yearly quotas based on this and other data they collect. In 2004, I was a founding member of the Gulf Fishermen's Association, which I currently serve as president. I'm also a founding member of the Seafood Harvesters of America, a national group. I sit on the board of the Shareholders Alliance, a regional group that I also was a founding member. 5 times a year, we meet with the Gulf of Mexico Fishery Management Council, which is made up of representatives from every Gulf state and includes state, commercial, and recreational representatives. Commercial fishing is a hard job. My crew and my family have been through a lot of challenges over the years. Still, I feel privileged and proud that we've not only been able to survive and create jobs, we've also contributed to growing a sustainable supply of healthy fish for our children, grandchildren, and future generations.